So how I got into this work with leading and coaching, for me was a kind of a unique kind of upbringing, because I was raised in a sort of a spiritual environment with a spiritual teacher in the 70s and 80s, where he was speaking about philosophy and psychology and quantum physics, which I love, and human consciousness and awareness. And so we were waking up every morning and meditating, and every evening we were meditating. And this was sort of the backdrop of my upbringing as a child. And what a classroom to grow up in, where you're learning all these things. I was absorbing all this information about awareness and consciousness and, human development and, how to be in the world and how to be in ourselves. I realized as a child that my upbringing was very unconventional. And thanks to my mother, she allowed me to make choices and decisions very early on in my life that led me to the kind of upbringing that I wanted, which was in this sort of community, in this sort of conscious community. So leading, coaching came very naturally for me because I was doing it long before I even knew it. I had already been infected with this idea of bringing people together very early on in my life, and from there it really grew. You don't have to have an upbringing like mine to coach or lead. Leaders come from all walks of life, and each one contributing to this sort of multi-colored, diverse tapestry of life, Each thread having its purpose. My purpose is the 5 C's, which is contribution, community, connection, communication, and collaboration, which is in another way saying inclusion. Those things are at the core of my purpose and what motivates me each day, because it brings me joy. And often our purpose is very connected to what brings you joy and touches your heart. So I knew that whatever it is I was going to lead in or coach in, it needed to include those 5 C's. In fact, there's a secret 6th C, which is contact. Because for me, nothing breaks the spell of a long day than a hug, to be held. And so I found the core essentials of what my purpose is. In the beginning, I didn't know precisely what it was going to look like, I don't know if anyone ever really does. And at least my experience is, we can have an intention or we can have an idea, but what actually transpires can be more than we ever imagined, which happens every day. It helped me to get some tools in my back pocket so that I was prepared and also able to expand my knowledge and my skill sets. And of course, it greatly helped me to have life experience, what we all have, But it's equally important to get some practical training, because the trainings give you application. They give you the how-to, and also a deeper understanding in how to bring what you have to offer, your purpose, into a structured form. I must say that I wish there was a Tools for Life leader training when I was considering to do the coaching and the leading, because I found myself in many different trainings, which was great. Would have been great to have all these things, essential tools to come together in one training. So I could learn how to coach one-on-one and to work with the group dynamics. I could learn various tools to apply in different situations. And I could also learn how to self-lead, to take care of myself while I was being there for others. I see these things today as paramount to being a leader in this current time, especially for the next generation. So you can understand why I get really excited about the Tools for Life leader training, because it really is one of its kind. The approach is adapted to these modern times, to where people are developing collectively and individually. And the training works with the wholeness of who we are, not with a false identity of who we think we should be. Because we want to bring out the authentic self, the true self. And that was a big part for me, to come out with my authenticity, not with who I thought I should be to the world, which I end up abandoning parts of my true self. Because we want to bring about your authentic self and your true gifts, and we all have them. How you land in who you are will greatly impact the way you lead and coach others. And the millennials are, they're much faster, they're much sharper, and they can really sniff out when you're not walking your talk. They want a no bullshit leader or coach who's going to be honest with them. For me, I believe that this is our responsibility to bring a new way of leading, which is at the base of the Tools for Life leader training. Yes, there are a multitude of must-have tools that we teach that can be applied in any environment, whether it's personally or professionally. We have people coming from the education system, from medical institutions, from the corporate environment, from the nonprofit environment. The truth is we need leaders and coaches in all these areas that not only want to lead authentically, but also to live authentically, to lead by example, to lead by embodying what you teach. It won't be easy, and you will face challenges and obstacles that have held you back and or sabotaged your life in one way or another. But what you go through, you grow through. And what you learn, you come to embody. And this is the wonderful thing about this work, is what we start to embody starts to come through what we teach. And of course, how we make a difference in the world. And believe me when I say we need more conscious leaders in the world. So why can't it be you? Thank you for watching.